I'm Rachel Magnone, and coming up on WVU News, I'll tell you how apps on your phone can make walking home a lot safer.
I'm Jen Armstrong, and straight ahead on WVU News, I'll tell you what one local organization is doing to bring parents together.
I'm Madison Smith, and with the 2016 presidential elections picking up speed, I'll tell you how to register to vote. Our Emmy Award-winning WVU News starts now.
As the fight heats up in the 2016 presidential election, only 60% of eligible voters actually cast their ballot in the last presidential race. I'm Brooke Chaplin.
And I'm Keith Willis. February is recognized as National Parent Leadership Month throughout the nation. Find out how some parents are stepping up in their homes and in their communities.
These stories and more on WVU News, an Emmy Award-winning newscast produced by television journalism students right here at West Virginia University.
When West Virginians go to the polls on May 10th, at least 40 other states will have already cast their vote.
That's right, Keith. Reporter Madison Smith took a closer look at previous West Virginia results and found out who is the front runner in the Mountain State. Madison?
Thanks, Brooke and Keith. As 2016 presidential hopefuls continue to debate, West Virginia may be a state to pay attention to. Over the course of the past 30 elections, our state has voted for the winning candidate 23 times. A recent forum at West Virginia University brought the issues and what the candidates stand for to light. With the 2016 presidential campaign heating up, people all over the country are registering to vote, both in the state primaries and November's general election. Last week, WVU professors held a discussion about the effect of campaigns. WVU History Club President Josh Childs was among those organizing the discussion and says he hopes events like these can bring together both those interested in politics and not.
I think just like events like this are important for young people on a college campus in general. To maybe, if you haven't been following the election, to maybe be some kind of motivating factor to get you to pay more attention.
West Virginia tends to vote red in the general elections, supporting Mitt Romney in 2012 and John McCain in 2008. According to a recent Metro News Charleston poll, 40% of West Virginian Republicans would vote for Donald Trump, with Bernie Sanders taking 57% of the Democratic vote. The West Virginia primary election is May 10th, with the deadline to register to vote being April 19th. Registering to vote is simple. You can find the form you need on the West Virginia Secretary of State website and fill it out online, or you can print out a physical copy and bring it to your local county clerk's office.
The process is very easy. In West Virginia, currently, you can register at the Department of Motor Vehicles when you obtain your renewal for your driver's license, or you can go online to the West Virginia Secretary of State.
The race will be narrowed down to 2 candidates near the end of July. And here's some interesting information. Our state has missed choosing the next president of the United States only 7 times in history.
Thanks, Madison. Women's rights and gender equality have been a hot-button issue throughout the presidential debates.
And Title IX is a federal law that prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex in any public institution. WVU Student Body Vice President Ashley Morgan recently organized a forum with other student leaders in order to raise awareness on Title IX. Officials say that Title IX does not just pertain to athletes. It also deals with sexual assault and participation in educational programs. Title IX was enacted in 1972.
Brooke, we use our phones for everything, from downloading music to ordering food. But now there are several apps that can have friends walk with you, even digitally.
That's right, Keith. As of 2012, women were more than twice as likely as men to say they were afraid to walk in their own neighborhoods alone at night. Reporter Rachel Magnone joins us now in the studio with more. Rachel?
45% of women say they do not feel safe walking home alone. However, you can now download safe walking apps to your smartphone. It works by GPS tracking your every move to make sure you arrive safely to your destination. A recent study has found that U.S. citizens fear the idea of walking alone. In today's society, people are connected to their mobile devices more than ever, with 91% of students owning a smartphone. Tens of thousands of people all over the world are now using free safety mobile apps, which allows friends to virtually walk you home.
There was this incident on my street one time where someone got jumped right on our corner, And that's when I decided I should definitely get an app that can show people where I'm walking to and they can check up on me. Even merely walking to the library and back late at night is just very uncomfortable for me to do. So having that there really benefits me and makes me feel more safe when I'm walking around Morgantown.
Stories like Hannah Graham, the UVA student who disappeared over a year ago, are all too common. With 1 in 5 girls being sexually assaulted on college campuses, having an app on your phone can make walking home a lot safer. With multiple apps being created, Bob Roberts says Live Safe is an app provided to further WVU's commitment to make a safer campus for students.
But some of the things I think that helps with our students is to walk safe. So like if you're at the towers and you're going to walk over to the rec center or to the CAC and you have a friend, you can text them and say, hey, I'm going to be walking over there. I should be there in 15, 20 minutes. They can actually track you along the way.
The Live Safe app currently has 4,500 users, which is 10 to 15% of WVU's population. So whether you're in immediate trouble or are alone walking after a night out, having these apps on your phone can reduce your risk and bring the assistance that you need. Here are some other free apps to keep you safe while walking alone. Be Safe allows you to add friends to your social safety network. One friend will receive a call and text in an emergency. The Companion app allows friends to see you walking home, and if you start running or fall, your friends will automatically be alerted. Both of these apps are available on iPhones and Androids.
Thanks, Rachel, for that report. While parents can encourage their children to download these apps, they can also learn tips on improve their parenting styles.
And Keith, did you know that all throughout the month, the United Way of Morgantown and Monongalia Schools Parent Resource Center are celebrating parent leaders in the community? Reporter Jen Armstrong has more.
Mayor Schamberger declared February National Parent Leadership Month to raise awareness about the important roles parents play in shaping their children's lives. She says family involvement in education is vital to a successful community because proactive attitudes start at home.
I really believe the amount of time that and the quality of the time, because we all have that limited amount of time, that we can invest in our children. I think the paybacks are enormous.
Representatives from several schools spoke about free activities offered in the county, including extended day learning and summer care. There are over 16,000 children and teens in Monongalia County. Today's event provided parent leaders with information on how they can improve family involvement in local school programs. Programs provide a network for families facing the same challenges. There are over 40,000 students in West Virginia who have learning disabilities. Julie Parsons is the mother of a special needs child. She says she relies on support from parents in the same situation.
Morgantown has a lot of programs in which kids can participate with other kids that have special needs, but also with their typical peers. And that is heartwarming to parents because at times it can be an isolated feeling.
For more information on how to get involved in Parent Leadership Month, you can visit the website at the bottom of your screen. Jen Armstrong, WVU News, Morgantown.
Facebook has over 1 billion users on their site every day, and these users aren't just checking up on their friends and family.
That's right, Keith. Facebook uses ad targeting to track your online activity and suggest ads based on your search history. Rachel Elkins joins us now from Social Square with the latest in social media and pop culture news to tell us more. Rachel?
Thanks, Keith and Brooke. The Facebook ad industry has made almost $50 billion by targeting users to specific services and products. I got to learn more about how people feel about this type of marketing.
1.4 billion. That's how many people are active on Facebook. And some Facebook users, like Evan McIntyre, are noticing that the ads on their page are just what they have been looking for. And this is not by chance.
I feel like I'm a pretty avid user of Amazon, and I know that whenever I search for something on Amazon, sometimes, you know, a couple days later or a week later, whenever I'm browsing Facebook, there'll be ads on the side that are the exact same thing that I was searching on Amazon.
Facebook uses a method called ad targeting. This is when they collect data from your likes and searches to plug ads you are more likely to be interested in.
Taking everything you've liked, said, done, and forgotten about, and builds that into this algorithm that detects what you might be likely to spend money on.
These ads are not just popping up on your computer screen, they're even on your Facebook mobile app as well.
No matter whether you're shopping on Google, Amazon, or eBay, if you search a product, it's likely that it will end up on your Facebook timeline.
From your computer, you can manage your settings and manually turn off ad targeting.
I think, there's so much data out there for every consumer. I know everyone has to be kind of afraid,
But if you're someone who likes ads for products you're already interested in, you can expect to see more than 300 billion businesses using Facebook to sell their products.
Reports show people spend an average of 40 minutes a day on Facebook, which is why it's no surprise that Facebook generates more advertising revenue than any of its social media peers.
Some interesting information, Rachel. Well, Brooke, the countdown is on. There are 4 finalists in the competition to become the next Mountaineer.
Sports reporter Jordan Kramer introduces us to the candidates fighting to wear the buckskin.
I'm Jordan Kramer, and coming up next on WVU News, I'll tell you about the 4 hopefuls trying to take his spot next season.
Every journey starts with a first. How will you go first?
The West Virginia Mountaineer has done some pretty cool things over the past year, from being in a Brad Paisley music video to being on stage at the Country Music Awards.
Sports anchor Robbie Devitt is here to tell us more. Robbie?
Thanks, Brooke and Keith. Wearing heavy custom buckskins and a real coonskin hat, the Mountaineer carries not just the weight of his mascot's uniform, but the weight of West Virginia on his back. The tradition began more than 60 years ago. While the outfit looks nearly the same, the Mountaineer himself will be stepping down after this year. And so the question remains, who will be the next Mountaineer mascot?
On February 22nd, WVU fans were seen quadruple as 4 hopefuls competed to become WVU's newest Mountaineer. For West Virginia natives Ethan Ball and Troy Clemens, being the Mountaineer represents much more than just the university.
When you're the Mountaineer, you carry the whole state on your shoulders. And I'm so thankful for everything that West Virginia's given to me, so I just want to be the one who represents this great place.
I think this is a great state, and they deserve a representative who's going to put their passion and pride out on the court and out into the community as much as they can and in the best way that they can.
The 4 finalists were selected based on an application, essay, and interview, and selected by a committee of faculty, staff, and students.
The winner of this competition will be named the 64th Mountaineer in WVU history. Amongst their responsibilities are to attend every home game for each team and rile up crowds just like this one.
And while being the Mountaineer certainly is a big responsibility, finalists Savannah Lusk and Aaron Cox are ready for the task.
You get the opportunity to represent the passion and the tenacity and the love that resides here in this state.
I've never wanted something as bad as this, and I've worked so hard to get here, and I'm just going to keep on trying every year.
The winner will be announced March 2nd during the WVU men's basketball game versus Texas Tech. Jordan Kramer, WVU Sports, Morgantown.
The new Mountaineer will take over the following spring football game on April 23rd. Brooke and Keith, back to you.
Thanks, Robbie. Good luck to the 4 finalists. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of WVU News. You can visit us online at our website.
You can also watch any of our shows on YouTube, and please follow us and our reporters on Twitter. I'm Brooke Chaplin.
And I'm Keith Willis. Thanks for watching WVU News. We'll see you next time.